Namaste and welcome to the third part of the series. I would say a journey filled with grace. I won't say this is the final part because the journey continues, learning continues, the learning never ends. In any educational institution, there will be extracurricular activities, no? There will be very studious students, they will be very serious in studies, but there will be students who like a little bit of enjoyment, students who like music, dance, drama, and even fancy dress. So in this story also there is a little bit of drama, music, dance, painting, all extracurricular activities. And some of the students who understood the drama could enjoy the journey. This drama was orchestrated by the masters in such a way that initially those who participated in the drama could not identify which role is played by who. And finally, we realized that we are all playing all roles. And we reached in this conclusion very beautifully. To begin with, I realized that the divine forces, angels and masters are using internet to communicate some messages. Maybe because we are in body consciousness, we can perceive the message only through 5 senses and we are not able to understand or catch up the messages, subtle messages, which we can perceive only through 6th sense. Sometimes they use the internet as a medium to convey messages to us. There are few such instances which prove to me that these messages are particularly designed for each one. One such incident I will narrate now. It was in 2010. One day I was sitting at home. I was in a very bad mood. I had so much pain that I felt a fire burning in my chest. At one point I started crying and I had laptop in front of me. I was doing something in the system. And at one point when I felt that I can't bear this pain anymore, a message appeared in the system. It opened up automatically. I saw a lady in jeans and shirt standing there. She had put her hand like this. And the message was like this: I wish you could know that we are with you. We can feel your pain and we are sad when we find that you are in pain. We wish to inform you that no matter what, we are there with you. I felt that someone is putting ice cubes in the fire that was burning in my chest. I felt an immediate relief. I knew that someone is trying to communicate to me. At that moment, I felt that I am not alone. And it kept on happening. Masters kept on sending messages to me. Some of it I was able to catch and some of it I was not able to catch. The souls can communicate through internet and even mobile. I watched a video where a lady was communicating that when she is communicating with souls, departed souls, messages automatically appear in mobiles. That day the same thing happened, and later I realized that when we connect with higher frequencies, we get messages through electronic devices. And in this incident which I am going to narrate, both internet and internet both worked equally. I mentioned earlier that I met Mohanji on a Deepavali day. It is not only Mohanji whom I met. I met Mohanji along with Devi and Mila. Devi came along with Mohanji, was pregnant, 3 or 4 months pregnant I think. And instantly I was attracted to Devi. I liked her joyous nature, and by nature we were on opposite poles. She was an extrovert. It was very easy for her to communicate anyone, and I had a difficulty in communicating with people whom I don't know much. Even if I start a communication, I will feel a gap. I will not open up and speak so freely. That's my nature. Devi, on the other side, I found that she is very easily mingling with people. But I found that I could easily communicate with her. At that time, her name was Bibha. And I remember asking her, you are going to have a girl, no? Somehow I felt a girl is going to come. Devi was working as a private secretary to Mohanji, a cameraman. I don't know what all responsibility she was having. And I felt a motherly concern. I told Devi, you should not travel so much. You should take rest and all these things. I remember writing to her. We used to communicate through letters. And at that time, when I felt a connection to Mohanji's consciousness, I found some strange things happening on Facebook. That was the only communication platform those days. When a retreat is happening, when some spiritual healing is happening, or some spiritual process are happening, I will get strong thoughts and feelings. In the initial stages, I used to write to Mohanji, thinking that I will get a clue on what is happening. Later I found that when the experience sharing is happening about that spiritual process, someone from other continent or some other part of the world is sharing my words and thoughts. Sometimes exact words and exact sentences. To test, I stopped writing to Mohanji my thoughts and feelings. Again it was happening. Whatever thoughts I am getting, someone else is sharing. And it increased after Kailas with Mohanji. When Mila was born, we all went to Muscat to see the child. An instant connection with Mila was established. I took a photo with Mila, and when I came back home and I checked, I felt that she's holding an unseen flute. I could easily find that Mila is part of Krishna consciousness. In fact, children are connected to higher consciousness. Till they reach certain age, they can easily communicate with higher beings. And she was born on a special day for us. It is a festival day of our village deity, Devi, Meenabharani. It's a very special day for Bhagavati temples all over Kerala. Every year I remember Mila's Pirannal day easily because it is a festival day. When Biba changed her name to Devi, I was amused because it is a trend in Kerala that we combine the first alphabets of our names. Both mother and father combine their names and put that name to their daughter. That way, DE, that the first letters of my name, and VI, my husband's name is Vinod. When we combine these two, it comes Devi. I said to Devi that it was apt for my daughter, but after reading Sripada Srivallabha Charitam, I was so obsessed with the name Anakalakshmi, and I had decided to put that name to my daughter. I'm happy that you took that name, Devi. And after Kailas, a big shaking happened. I was not in direct contact with anyone because I was in Kerala. At that time, a lot of negativity was happening and big shaking was happening because the Shiva's path is the path of dissolution. We can't carry much luggages. We have to drop all the ego. Ego in the sense, it's not always superiority complex, the feeling that I am ahead of others. It can be inferiority complex. I'm not capable. I'm not enough. And fears. Insecurity, all sorts of feeling that are holding us back. Before going to that drama, which was enacted by some of the students, I think more players were there in the drama, but I'm not aware of them. From many parts of the world, a lot of people were participating in the drama. There is a series called Just Add Magic in Prime Video. That is favorite of Anaka. The story goes on like this. 3 girls by chance find a magic book and it has got recipes, magic recipes. We have to make certain food and add some magic recipes, certain ingredients so that that food become magic. And to do magic, these girls have to eat the food together. One cannot eat alone. It will not work. 3 of them have to eat the food together. Then the magic will happen. And for each magic recipe, there is a side effect. These girls were not aware of the side effects in the beginning. Each time the magic was happening, a side effect was happening, and slowly, this girl learned to handle the magic. And the problem with the magic book was that there were people who were having, they're called protectors. These three girls were called the protectors of magic. So before these girls got this book, there were other people before them who had this book, but they could not handle the book. Because of the book, the friendship was broken. There was a time when this magic book was owned by only one person. There was only one protector. It happened so that people get possessive of that book. They want to own the book. It happened, and some incidents happened in that way, and there are some guides, higher guides, who are helping the protectors of magic to go ahead. They decided that there should be at least 3 people who are handling this book. So the story goes on like this. They were doing magic, they were helping people through magic. The same thing was happening, that one girl got very possessive about this book. And the side effects started happening. And then her friends make her aware that their friendship, their togetherness, and their love is bringing the joy, not the magic. So their friendship and togetherness is more than the magic. Magic is secondary thing. Love is the first thing. Their togetherness is the first thing. In this way, the girls were able to handle the magic, and when the time came, they handed over the magic to next generation. And the next generation were much wiser. They handled it beautifully, and they gave the magic to whole world. They decided that this magic book is no longer a secret possession of these 3, and they decided to give the magic to the whole world. Everyone has got a spark of magic inside them, and those who want to see it, they can see it. It's a beautiful series. It's a favorite of Anaka, and I like to watch it with her. I could easily relate it with some of the incidents. Only thing is that we can't decide one role to any particular person. Everyone was playing all parts. It happened like that. I was watching a drama, and all of a sudden I found myself as an actor in the drama. And the confusion was that I was not sure which role I was acting. Whether I was the hero or heroine or villain, child, mother. I found myself acting all the roles, and the mind game continues. After Kailas, I said that some negativities were there, and my nature is like that. When some negativity is happening, I will withdraw from that scene, go hiding somewhere. One day I shared a message on Facebook. It was about fall and rise. I used to share a lot of messages those days. It was unconscious sharing. I was not consciously choosing the messages. Whatever I liked, I used to share. But while I was sharing this message, I found something special about this message, and I remembered it very clearly. The message goes on like this. No matter how many times you fall in life, if you are ready to rise, if you are ready to stand up and walk again, you are a winner. I shared that message, but that negativity and the associated fear started increasing, and my confusion also increased. And one day I got tagged in one message. The message was like this. This message is for everyone who's listening to it now. So please carefully listen to it. Every challenge you face increases not only your own strength and courage, but that of the entire world. For you are one of the fortunate ones who is becoming enlightened, who is striving towards light, and as such, every time you overcome the shadows by shining more brightly, you light up the world. Every time you heal yourself, you heal the world. Every time you smile, shine with joy, release an old fear. Every time you do any of these, the world's burden is lightened. Every time you choose peace over anger, the world can relax a little bit more. You have an individual path to walk and your own individual mountains to climb. But as you do so, each step is part of something larger, and what do, how you think, how you express yourself is a part of all that is. You are completely connected, inseparable from all that is. Everything you do and are has an impact. And all of this has nothing to do with your status, money, success, or appearance. And all of this has everything to do with inner peace and outer compassion and kindness. As you move ever towards the place where you shine with only now, this moment, seeing it in all its glory unfolded and unbound. As this planet moves through these days of great change, each of you will be called to stand as pillars of light. You will show the way in times when people are desperate because the old ways are no longer solutions. They no longer fit and no longer apply. You cannot run and hide because you are needed to weave through the communities to bring alternative ways of being. You are needed to share your beliefs in creating reality through your thoughts and to show others how this works by healing and creating new ideals of civilization and cooperation. And that message helped me a lot to make some sense of these incidents, this drama which is happening. Because a lot of drama happened afterwards. And every time I felt like stopping or I felt like running away from this scene, hiding somewhere. This message helped me to give some awareness. So I shared this message, and another day I was sharing another message. It was about some end, coming to an end. It was a negative message. At that time, once I shared the message on Facebook wall, I saw an image appearing. It was a man in jeans and shirt again, and he was pointing his finger towards me like this. He warned me, you can share any message, but you have to face the consequences. It was like a warning. I got scared and I deleted that message. I could not understand the meaning, but I felt something is wrong and I deleted the message and I decided to close Facebook account. I thought internet is causing so much of tension and confusion. I decided that I will take a break from Facebook. Before deactivating my page, I wrote to Devi. I don't remember the exact words. I wrote to her that some misunderstanding is happening. I don't want to continue the Facebook account. I'm going away. Goodbye, mother. I always treated her like my friend, and at that moment, I didn't know why I called her mother. Anyway, I called her mother and wrote the letter, and I closed the Facebook account. Then I went for a pilgrimage to some temples in Tamil Nadu. It included Tiruchendur, Palani, and Mathura. Mathura Meenakshi temple, something happened. Anaka was there with me. She was a child, baby, and it was hot inside the temple. I didn't want to go inside. I waited outside and asked others to go and have darshan. While I was waiting, a lady, a beautiful lady with beautiful eyes and a big bindi on her forehead, came outside and asked me why I am sitting there. I said that I can't go inside, and she gave me prasad. And somehow I felt a special energy from that lady. We finished our pilgrimage and came back. I was not having any contacts with anyone. One day, I felt a sudden surge of energy. I felt that I should go and reopen my Facebook account. I reopened it. I went to Parabrahma page and started reading the message, and I read that something had happened to Mila. As I went through the messages, I read that Mila had a fall from a height. Suddenly I was reminded of my message about fall and rise. As I was reading the messages, I came to know that something had happened to Devi and she also got hurt. Suddenly I sent a message to Mohanji. These were the exact words. Oh God, Mohanji, what happened to Mila? She's fine now. No? Like that I asked a question, and next second I am seeing another follower of Mohanji has sent a message just then that the internal bleeding of Mila has stopped and she is fine now. I felt relieved because I know that Mohanji already lost a child, and thinking of Mohanji's parents who had gone through so much of difficulties, I felt so relieved. Then the confusion started. Devi has written a blog about it. I remained silent because I was so confused. Anyway, the child is safe, Devi is safe, that's all. And then I felt that this incident has increased the awareness of all the people to be careful with their thoughts, words, and actions. The series which I was talking, Just at Magic, there was a part when these girls had to face their greatest fear. Otherwise, they cannot go ahead. I think this drama was enacted for all of us to realize what is our greatest fear or what is the force that is holding us back. I think it was the fear of losing the individuality. We were becoming universe from unit. Because, as mentioned in the message, we were realizing that we are part of a whole and we are healing each other, we are helping each other. Now, when I think of Devi, I knew that we are like high school friends who studied together from kindergarten, and we are like cheer girls for each other. When one is having a fall or one is having a challenge and feel that, oh, go ahead, enough, the other will automatically stop and cheer her up. Come on, we can make this together and travel together. I know that there are a lot of people, a lot more who is connecting, who is coming to this scene. But I am taking Devi as an example because I was more connected to her and Mila. There are more people who are connecting to Mohanji. It's like the mathematical equation. If A is equal to B, B is equal to C, C is equal to D, finally A is equal to D. We should be very cautious that we don't get absorbed in the whirlpool of negative energies. We should be healing each other. We should be sending only blessings. If we are sending blessings, only blessings will return to us. If we are sending negative emotions like hatred, jealousy, possessiveness, inferiority complex, fear, we will be receiving it back. When we think that we are healing someone else, actually we are healing ourselves. The parents or the elder generation of our age was having the mantra that don't talk like this, don't sit like this, you are a girl. What will be the society thinking? For a girl child, the life was like that. As soon as we are taking birth, the society will start trimming our wings. And when we reach the time when we have to fly, we will not have wings because it's cut. And when we say that we can't fly, they say that, see, you are not able to fly. And only a master can see the trimmed wings and our pains and the wounds. Even today, most of the girls are facing gender discrimination. And in the process to fight back to this discrimination or trying to match up with the boys, the divine feminine inside us get diminished because ladies start thinking that imitating men or becoming more masculine is the solution for it. So the balance between feminine and masculine is not there. And vice versa. Society has got certain rules for man. If you treat your wife gently, the society will be teasing them. In this process, the divine feminine in the man also gets suppressed. The divine feminine energy is more soft, receptive, accepting, and flowing. So in both cases, the divine feminine gets suppressed and the masculine energy is dominating. And that causes the imbalance in the world. And that's how the war is forming. I remember once Mohanji was telling that if mothers were the rulers, there will not be any war in the world. That's true because the motherly affection is feminine energy, divine feminine energy. So a mother can never kill anyone else. At this moment, I am bowing down to Mata Amritanandamayi because she was born as a fisherwoman, which was considered to be a lower caste. It was the hypocrisy of the society because the Vedas were written by Vedavyasa, and Vedavyasa was the son of a fisherwoman. And later, the priest community has twisted the Bhagavad Gita in such a way that they decided that only the priestly community, the Brahmins, have got the right to learn Vedas. See the hypocrisy. It was written by a fisherman, and now they don't have the right to learn it. And Mata Amritanandamayi was born in such a caste, and there were so many negative forces which pulled her backward. I have read her autobiography. But with her love and compassion, she overcame all obstacles. And she is an embodiment of love and compassion. And she's the role model. She's a mother. And she has got that motherly energy. It's very difficult for me to express myself. I always needed a push. This YouTube channel is an example. I started this YouTube channel during Corona period to inspire myself. It happened so that I was translating Devi Mahatmyam to Malayalam and I was posting it to one of the prayer groups. Apart from that, I was posting certain Narayaniyam translation from Sanskrit to Malayalam. In that Bhakti group, a lot of elderly women were there. And after some time, I stopped posting these videos there, thinking that okay, they must have already subscribed, so no need to disturb them with my posting. One day, one lady called me and she said that please don't stop these videos. After hearing this Narayaniyam and Devi Mahatmyam, I feel so much of joy and so much of love for Lord Krishna. I said that okay, I will teach you how to subscribe. And I told her daughter how to subscribe the channel. And I forgot about that. That elderly lady was from my native place, near my mother's home. She was staying there. After a few days, my husband came and told me that that lady wants to see you. Apart from the phone conversation, we were not friends. Knowing that she was having cancer, I went to see her. She was in coma, but when her daughter said that, okay, Amma, Deepa is here, I saw tears in her eyes and it touched me. I realized that although I am posting these videos for my inspiration, it is inspiring someone else also. By that time this incident happened, I stopped posting videos. So I decided to start the YouTube channel again, and then some dreams happened. In that dream I saw a snake and Bhagavan Nityananda and Mohanji trying to convey some message to me. I could not understand what's that message. Anyway, I decided to continue with my YouTube channel, and now I know that there was a purpose behind that. It was to increase my own awareness. So I am concluding this series for now. This is the awareness that I got as of now. We are all connected to each other. No one is ahead or no one is behind. No one is superior or no one is inferior. We are all in this path together and we are healing each other. It's a beautiful journey. Whatever action we are doing, we should be able to do it with a detachment so that we remain as the actor, that this is just a role and we don't become the drama. I am stopping for now. Thank you for being with me. Namaste.